I've been working with a nurse dietitian for the last 6 months, and it's been life-changing. I've lost weight, healed my relationship with food, and have way more energy. Working with a dietitian online to create a personalized nutrition plan was so easy thanks to Nourish. The best part? I pay $0 out of pocket because Nourish accepts hundreds of insurance plans. 94% of patients pay $0 out of pocket. Find your dietitian at usenourish.com. That's usenourish.com.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Whether you love true crime or comedy, celebrity interviews or news, you call the shots on what's in your podcast queue. And guess what? Now you can call them on your auto insurance too with the Name Your Price tool from Progressive. It works just the way it sounds. You tell Progressive how much you want to pay for car insurance, and they'll show you coverage options that fit your budget. Get your quote today at Progressive.com to join the over 28 million drivers who trust Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
Ready to explore Europe the striped way? Fly Condor Airlines nonstop to Frankfurt and connect effortlessly to most European destinations. Relax and start your vacation in comfort. Fly the striped way. Visit condor.com today and book your next adventure.
All right, places, please. The Daly Migs Show is on deck. Guitars plugged in. Drums ready to go. Chickens.
They're clucking.
Other animals. And action. This is the Daly Migs Show on The Rock with Taryn Daly and Steve Migs.
While listening to the Daly Migs Show, please refrain from any unnecessary finger gesturing.
99.9 KISW.
Good morning, Rockaholics, and happy Tuesday. Burr, burr, burr. It is cold out there.
Going on that.
You know what's also just really awful is the fact that Facebook will just give you memories from, past years on this day. And
Okay.
it was 3 years ago that Brad and I were in Costa Rica on our honeymoon. So all I've been, every single day, my Facebook memories, my Snapchat memories, everything is just beaches and palm trees and 2-for-1 margaritas and fish tacos, and all I want to do is be somewhere that it's not 20 degrees.
It's a daily reminder of how you're just stuck in freezing cold weather. Dude, how do you handle something like this since you're talking about the cold weather? I woke up in the middle of the night to my wife walking over to the window and cracking the window open. Because that's just what she likes to do. She likes to have fresh air in the house. And I understand that she likes to go to bed and have a little bit of a chill. But it's 20-something degrees. And so when I wake up this morning, I saw it happen. I'm like, I'm tired. I fell back asleep. I woke up to a freaking igloo in our room.
So do you guys have the heat running at the same time?
Oh, yeah. You want to see my electric bill?
That's what I was curious
the
about.
The answer is yes.
It's expensive to live at your house this time of year.
And then don't get me started. It's just sometimes it's so cold in our house, and I go upstairs. I'm like, well, yeah, there's a window cracked open. Well, I was trying to air out the room because you fart so much, and I'm like, don't blame this on me, babe.
Right. I like that you become the culprit, the scapegoat. It's all your fault, Steve.
And also, I'm like, I just got home. I haven't. What are you telling me that the farts are lingering from yesterday?
Yeah.
Yes, they are.
Yeah. Could you take a blanket off the bed?
Well, that would make
it's really
sense.
just about the fresh air.
Yes, yeah.
It's not about the temperature. It's about the fresh air.
I just love that she woke up in the middle of the night. I was like, it's just way too warm in this room. And it's never that warm. Actually, we have the heating vent closed in our bedroom. That way it doesn't get too warm in our bedroom because the way our house is all set up, it's just, the upstairs is just a sauna and the downstairs is an igloo. But I was just like, you got to be kidding me.
The battle is real.
Well, I was just like, I get 40-degree weather. But when we're in the 20s, I think the windows should stay shut.
Well, stay cozy out there, Rockaholics, while we inform you.
Knowledge is power. So give us 5-ish minutes, and we'll give you, some interesting stuff you can talk about at work. This is the Daily Migs Download.
A.K.A. the DMD.
Here's your daily dose of doings happening in the world.
Yeah, the DMD is brought to you by Palace Lawn. Today, it's National Make a Friend Day.
The older I get, the harder I feel like it is to make a friend.
I had that kind of a moment where I was like, man, it's, I've had some friends pass away. I've also had some friends just decide not to want to be friends for the dumbest reasons. And I'm like, man, my friend circle keeps getting smaller and smaller. And I'm like, I don't have any idea on how to make new friends. I have a buddy. We keep talking about hanging out. We should hang out more. And neither one of us is pulling the trigger to make it happen.
The only way I make new friends anymore is with kid play dates.
Yeah.
That's the only way. Barrett is my conduit to making a friend.
Do you get nervous? So when you meet the kid's parents, you're like, I hope these parents don't suck.
Yes.
Because I feel like my kid's going to hang out with this kid for a while.
And then after I leave, I'm like over analyzing everything I said. Like, what, did I come off as weird? And I probably did.
Yeah, I could answer that for you. Well, somebody on Reddit has decided to help us in finding new friends. They said, don't expect to meet somebody once and hit it off. Becoming friends takes time. You need to see that same person regularly.
Okay.
What time do I have?
None.
It's got to be an impulse friendship, and it's got to last forever. Otherwise, I don't want to do it. Hey, this was a scary story that happened. And it's a tragic story because people did pass away. But when you first see the story, it's like Vince Neil's private jet was involved in a deadly crash that happened in Scottsdale Airport. Vince, the frontman of Motley Crue. And then, of course, I go on social media, and there's on these certain, group pages, fan pages, they're like, I found out from someone who's a friend of this person at this airport thing, and Vince Neil passed away. And I'm like, oh, my gosh. Like, you're just like, this is just awful news. It turns out he wasn't even on the plane. But his girlfriend was on the plane. Apparently, though, she's okay. Her and her friend, they survived. They also had their dogs on the plane as well. They survived, but there were a couple fatalities, at least one. And this all happened because of a gear failure. It resulted in crashing. And it's just awful story. And I just think about Vince Neil. The number of tragedies that happened in this guy's life is just insane, from his kid passing away when he was a baby to, back in his party days.
In that accident.
From Hanoi Rocks. He got into a car accident and killed the guy that was in the car with him. It's just, man.
Yeah, very sad.
Yeah.
Ichiro Suzuki is going to be throwing out the ceremonial first pitch for our Seattle Mariners on opening day. That will be versus the Sacramento Athletics on March 27th. He did this once before back in 2022 for the home opener, but last month he became the first Japanese player elected to the Baseball Hall of Fame, and then he's also going to have his number 51 jersey retired by the Mariners during a special ceremony on August 9th. They're doing like a 6-day celebration.
They have
awesome.
a lot planned for Ichiro, and it's awesome. Yeah. And they're always sharing some videos too. Did you see the recent video that's on social media where it's like when he first came to America, there's two people he wanted to meet, Michael Jordan and Ken Griffey Jr., and he's like starstruck meeting Michael Jordan. It's a cool video. It's out there on social media.
So awesome.
Yeah. Oh man. It's weird hearing you call them the Sacramento Athletics.
I know, it's freaky.
I was like, are they playing a minor league team? What's going on here?
I don't think it's a very big stadium.
And the Sounders, they just unveiled their new jerseys, I guess, right, Danny? Is that what's going on?
Not yet. They should be coming out soon.
Okay, well, they have a match day. They released their 2025 match day theme night schedule, and it's called Let's Rave on February 22nd. They'll be taking on Charlotte FC. They have a bunch of other cool stuff that's going to be happening. But, yeah, I thought for sure that they were unveiling the new jersey already, but not yet.
It should be this week. We got our first match in like less than 2 weeks, and it's crazy.
It's too cold for outdoor soccer.
I'm really kind of scared, guys. I may be in icicle the next day.
Today we're hitting a high of 36 degrees. It's going to be cloudy. The DMD is brought to you by Snoqualmie Casino, and that's what's up.
What happened at a kids' hockey game at the Kraken Community Iceplex that led to this reaction from the people who were in attendance?
That's crazy.
We will talk about this at 6:20.
The Daily Migs Show.
What's up? It's your boy, the Ted Smith. When that pipe starts to trickle and you're in a real pickle, call Pinky. When that burst pipe starts to smell right, call Pinky. When your water heater's shot and it won't get hot, call Pinky. When you get home to a flood, call your best bud. Pinky's Plumbing to the rescue. No job is too big or too small. Pinky's does it all. So when your plumbing backs up and things get stinky, call Pinky's. Pinky'sPlumbing.com.
When your plumbing backs up and things get stinky, call Pinky's.
Hiring is a lonely business. Posting jobs, sifting through resumes, interviews with unqualified applicants, being ghosted. What if you could link with dozens of qualified candidates who are ready to work right now with just one connection? That's Express Employment Professionals. Find us at expresspros.com. One connection, the workforce you need. Problem solved. Express Employment Professionals. expresspros.com.
What is Dax, are you?
Tracking all our cars on Carvana Value Tracker on all our devices? Yes, Kristen, yes I am.
Well, I've been looking for my phone for...
In Dax's domain, we see all. So we always know what our cars are worth.
All of them?
All of them. Value surge, trucks up 3.9%.
That's a great offer.
I know. Sell?
Sell.
Track your car's value with Carvana Value Tracker today.
A father in his 40s is facing potential assault charges, Steve, because he shoved two teenage hockey referees at a youth game at the Kraken Community Iceplex in Northgate this past Sunday.
This guy sucks.
He totally does. And this is the Como 4 News report on what happened.
1 minute hockey fans are watching a youth hockey game. The next, they see a man walk onto the ice in the middle of the game and push one teen ref to the ice and then another, just 13 and 14 years old. You can hear the gasp from the crowd.
So that's the thing, like, before we get the rest of the audio, like, you have these, like, live streams or live barn, I think it's called. Like, there's, like, camera surveillance all the time at a hockey rink, mainly because of, you never know when something's going to happen during, like, a beer league game or a kid's game that you need to review it. So it's there. So there's surveillance footage. But you watch the footage, and this guy, I mean, there's, like, a stoppage in play. The refs are trying to figure out, like, who to penalize, whatever's going on. And he just casually, like, walks past, like, you know, like, the benches on the ice, just walks on over with intent and shoves both of the refs.
So bad.
And they weren't even looking.
No. It was the same reaction that Jody Carpenter, the president of the Pacific Northwest Amateur Hockey Association, had.
Saw the video, was immediately disgusted on what I saw. Never seen anything like that.
SPD says the suspect was located leaving the Iceplex at a nearby traffic light. According to the police report, he accused the teens of not doing anything about helping his son, who was involved in a fight on the ice during the game.
No, I do get... that's the hard part. I think, like, if my daughter ever played hockey and something like that happened, you'd be like, I want to help, but you can't.
No,
you got to leave it to the officials. Like, you can't just run on the ice and start fighting people, especially the refs. Like,
it's
I know,
ridiculous.
Right? It's frowned upon. I mean, you can. Clearly, nobody's stopping you, but you shouldn't. I mean, like, is he sitting at the traffic light going, "Yep, totally showed them"?
Yeah, what a jerk.
He told police he went on the ice to defend his son. But the police report says the fight was not happening when he got on the ice. It was broken up, and the refs were assessing a penalty at the time of the alleged assault.
That was the funny part, was like he's trying to say like he went on the ice to break up the fight, like the fight was still going on. Like that was his lie. I don't know if maybe it's just a valuable lesson for him that now he knows that they have surveillance footage going throughout the entire time.
Roll the tape.
Yeah, let's go back to the tape.
Both teams were treated on scene for their injuries.
The one thing that does strike with me or sticks with me is that they both commented they couldn't wait to get back on the ice to ref their next game.
Yeah.
Aww.
Just like the players. Referees are tough as nails.
Were either of your parents, when you were playing sports, they were?
My dad was that kind of dad. My dad would have done that. 1,000%. My dad, I don't know if I ever told you a story, but my dad, when I was playing hockey in high school, he hit both of my defensemen over the head with his hat because they weren't playing good enough defense for his son.
Well, hope they learned their lesson.
Well, the problem, it was embarrassing because I'm like, Dad, I suck. Like, these goals are my fault. Like, you know, and I'm having an argument with my dad in the car ride home. Like, why did you do that? He's like, well, they just weren't helping you enough. I'm like, no, like they were doing just like now I got these two guys thinking like I hate them, and it was just very awkward. Thankfully, they saw me yelling at my dad, being like, no, Dad, I suck. Those were my fault. Like, stop hitting my... It got so bad, like some parents were jumping onto the rink.
Wow.
That they had to put up a fence because it was an outdoor thing.
Oh, sure.
And they put up a fence to keep parents from jumping onto the rink to beat up kids because their kid was getting beat up.
That is wild.
It's insane.
So my dad and my dad's dad were both known for getting a little mouthy on the sidelines and things like that. So when we would play soccer...
I'd love to sit with your dad during, like, to go back in time and just hear some of the commentary. I would be in tears.
So when you look at the soccer field and there's all the parents on either side, but then there'd be like my dad or my grandpa at like some corner all by themselves because they kind of almost banished themselves because they knew my mom would get mad. Like, you got to walk out of here. Don't be talking to these kids.
Would you hear them while you were out there?
Yeah, absolutely.
And how would you feel about that?
I mean, it's a little embarrassing when it's your own parent.
Yeah.
My dad also got kicked out. He got ejected from a baseball game one time when my friend was actually the umpire, and it was the one and only time he's ever had to eject someone from the game.
I feel for all the refs, the umpires, because they're not doing it for the money.
No.
You know, they're not doing that at all for the money. Like, I even thought back in the beer league days when we would get so, like, you get hard on the refs about something. I'm like, in the back of my head, I'm yelling. I'm like, da, 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 da. I'm like, wait a second. It's getting like $50. We wouldn't be able to play if it wasn't for these guys here. Like, Like, maybe we should tone it down and not be such jackasses.
They're doing a community service.
Did you see in the surveillance footage, though, of that incident that happened at the Kraken Community Iceplex where after he pushed the refs, one of the players on one of the teams, I don't know if it was his kid or if it was just a random player that's just a leader, went right over to the guy and just kind of like pushed him back to the bench, like, get the hell off of the ice.
Yeah.
So I was like, man, that's a stand-up move right there.
So wild. So what about you, Rockaholics? What is your parents at youth sports horror story? We know you have one. 206-803-ROCK. When did you witness a parent acting like a fool at a youth sports game? 206-803-ROCK. We'll take your calls after Audio Slave.
The Daily Migs Show.
What is your parents at youth sports horror story? When did you witness a parent acting like a total fool at a youth sports game?
And judging by the calls and the text messages, apparently this happens a lot more than we thought.
Yeah, we're not alone, Steve. 206-803-ROCK. Trucker Rob from Seattle, tell us about when you umpired baseball.
Hey, good morning, guys.
What's up, Rob?
Hey, I forgot yesterday, so I apologize. As a trucker, I'll give you 2.
My man. Woo! That fills my heart with happiness.
No, I saw one, Steve, that you'd have just boggled your mind. I used to umpire baseball Little League here about 15 years ago. I was doing some 12 to 14-year-old kids. Kids at bat, hits a beautiful line shot up the right field line. Takes a bad hop, hits the defender in the face, broke the kid's nose.
Jeez.
So, of course, now the dad of the kid who just got hit believes that the kid that actually hit the ball did it on purpose. He's coming unglued. He gets out of the stands, comes on the field yelling. So the kid who is batting, his dad comes out of the benches onto the field, getting in this guy's face. Next thing I know, these two guys are going to blows.
And so what do you do in that situation? Just like grab popcorn and watch?
I'm like, hey, game's canceled, done, over with. And basically, as an umpire, I walk away. I'm not allowed to break anything up. I just cancel the game. It's over. The other parents all got involved and kind of split them up. But for a good, 10, 15 seconds, these guys were just throwing blows. And the funniest thing about it, the kid who got his nose broke, the kid who hit the ball, is consoling him. Aww. And both of these kids are looking at their dads like, you guys are absolute freaking tool sheds. What the hell's going on? It's 12 and 14-year-old baseball. But these guys just... I mean, you'd think it was WWE, buddy. I mean, these guys just went to blows. And I'm like...
Dude, I would love to pull that dad aside and be like, do you really think somebody has that skill at any age to be able to hit a ball so that it bounces and then hits somebody in the face? I get, like, I would hate to see my kid get hurt, but I'd also understand, like, that's just a freak accident.
Exactly. And, well, I know we took down this parent's name, and the one guy was permanently banned for the rest of the year from any of his kids' games.
Oh, that is so brutal.
Imagine having to go back to your wife and be like, hey, just so you know, you're going to have to take Billy to the baseball games from here on out.
Oh,
well,
I'd be so mad. I would be so embarrassed.
It's sad when the kids are like the teaching moment for the parents on how to be.
206-803-ROCK. Mitch from Kent, your dad was yelling at your team one time, and what happened?
So this was U12 soccer back home in Wisconsin. My dad was a big athlete. He was a D1 college football player. He took sports very seriously. I was into soccer for the snacks.
Those orange slices, they hit hard, man.
Saturday afternoon, and we were a really bad team, and we happened to be playing the good team in the league, and we might have given up right away, and my dad wasn't having it. He had a voice like Oscar the Grouch, and it carried, kind of scared some people when he yelled, but I was used to it. So he's on the sideline telling us we got to play harder. He's yelling, what are we doing? And ref comes over to him. He gives him a yellow card, warns him, sir, I'm going to need you to calm down. You're scaring the kids. You keep going like this, I'm going to have to kick you out of the game. Well, he didn't care. He kept yelling. My dad was not playing, but he got a red card, and he was ejected from that game.
Oh, no.
Now, of course, you don't want that to happen, but that is pretty impressive that he's not even playing the game and he's being issued yellow cards and red cards.
I was embarrassed, when it happened, and I look back on it now, like, wow, my dad really cared that he wanted us to do good, and he didn't want us to give up on ourselves, but I gave him a talking to on the way.
I love that the kids are always the voice of reason.
I love that he just cursed while trying to explain why. He's like, look, Dad, I can't put up with this ass if you're going to be that way. The dad did it the wrong way. He should have threatened the kids by saying, I'm going to take all the snacks if you don't try harder.
That would motivate me.
Hell yeah.
How would you like to beat Steve this morning, Rockaholics? He has a record of 41 wins, 23 losses, and 9 ties in 2025. You really did turn things around from the start.
Thank you.
Yep.
Watch me flex.
206-803-ROCK. We will play Beat Migs at 6:50.
The Daily Migs Show.
The brand new Grand Casino and Shoreline is now open. Step into the action with Vegas-style table games like Baccarat, Heads Up Hold'em Poker, Pai Gow, Blackjack, and High Card Flush. Feeling hungry? Feast on delicious Chinese, Vietnamese, and continental dishes plus breakfast favorites. Dine in or take out. And don't miss daily happy hours from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. and 10 p.m. to midnight. Grand Casino and Shoreline off Aurora. Open daily from 9 a.m. to 4 a.m. Visit GrandCasinoGaming.com. Welcome to the Grand Experience.
This podcast is brought to you by Kleenex Lotion Tissues. You can't predict sick days, but with Kleenex Lotion Tissues, you can be better prepared for them while helping keep your skin healthy. Whether it's a surprise sneeze or a stuffy nose, it's always good to have something gentle on hand. Kleenex Lotion Tissues moisturize to help prevent skin irritation while you're battling those unwanted cold and flu symptoms. It's extra care when you need it most. I mean, why not have one less thing to worry about when you're not feeling your best? For whatever happens next, grab Kleenex.
So I used Gemini for the first time the other day, and the most impressive thing to me was just talking to it. You go live with it, and then it's just like you're having a conversation. You can just talk about your day or have it explain something to you or start brainstorming ideas. Let me give you an example. I pretended I have a job interview coming up and asked it to help me prep for the interview. It immediately started suggesting common questions I might get asked. Then I started talking through my answers out loud, and it would give me feedback. And it's all happening in real time, like I'm talking to a career coach or something. That's just what I tried first, but you can talk to it about anything. And I honestly think that's the magic of it, how you can just have this back and forth, and it's all seamless. If you haven't tried it yet, it's definitely worth checking out. You'll see what I mean.
Working as a dedicated Fidelity advisor, I always ask, what's important to you? I'll look at those priorities and goals alongside your full financial picture to build a comprehensive plan designed to help grow and protect your wealth. With proactive portfolio insights and an eye on taxes, I'm here to help you make the most of your money. I'm Laura Maxwell, and I'm a dedicated Fidelity advisor. Learn more at fidelity.com/wealth. Investment minimums apply. Fidelity Brokerage Services, LLC, member NYSE, SIPC.
Is your team at work feeling a little disconnected? Maybe the workflow's not flowing? Try Confluence by Atlassian. Confluence is the connected workspace where teams can create, organize, and deliver work like never before. In Confluence, teams can whiteboard their vision for any project, easily create or access the relevant pages and resources they need, and discover important context they might not even know they need. Plus, AI helps teams jumpstart brainstorms, organize information, and connect workflows, so teams can move efficiently and create alignment with ease. In fact, with Confluence, teams can see 5.2% average boost in productivity in 1 year. So if your team lacks confidence, try Confluence, the connected workspace where teams can do it all. Set knowledge free with Confluence. Learn more at Atlassian.com/confluence. That's Atlassian.com/CONFLUENCE.
Looking to improve your diet in the new year? Try seeing a personal dietitian with Nourish. Nourish has hundreds of dietitians who specialize in a variety of health concerns, including weight loss, gut health, and more. Meet with your dietitian online and message them anytime through the Nourish app. Nourish accepts hundreds of insurance plans. 94% of patients pay $0 out of pocket. Find your personal dietitian at usenourish.com. That's usenourish.com.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. What if comparing car insurance rates was as easy as putting on your favorite podcast? With Progressive, it is. Just visit the Progressive website to quote with all the coverages you want. You'll see Progressive's direct rate, then their tool will provide options from other companies so you can compare. All you need to do is choose the rate and coverage you like. Quote today at Progressive.com to join the over 28 million drivers who trust Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Comparison rates not available in all states or situations. Prices vary based on how you buy.
Ready to explore Europe the striped way? Fly Condor Airlines non-stop to Frankfurt and connect effortlessly to most European destinations. Relax and start your vacation in comfort. Fly the striped way. Visit condor.com today and book your next adventure.
The Daily Migs Show presents the most popular radio game on this side of the speaker. Let's play Beat Migs. Beat Migs, don't be a loser. Whoa! Beat Migs, you're a loser.
Who's ready to beat Migs? I know Dawn on I-5 is. Dawn, are you there?
Yes, ma'am.
Dawn, if you beat Migs today, I'm going to send you a lovely Valentine from us all. How does that sound?
That sounds great.
Doesn't it?
Because nothing says we love you more than a cheap box of candy that we got at the dollar store.
Yes. All right, Steve, it's time for you to get out of here. For those playing at home, Dawn has 60 seconds to answer 10 questions. You can pass all you want, but you only get 3 guesses per question. Are you ready?
Yes.
What is the last U.S. state alphabetically?
Wyoming.
Correct. What is the most popular flower sold on Valentine's Day?
Roses.
Yes. Who dressed as Uncle Sam in the most recent Super Bowl halftime show?
Kendrick Lamar?
No.
Oh, Samuel L. Jackson.
Yes. Sometimes you feel like a nut, sometimes you don't. Was the jingle for what 2 candy bars?
Sometimes you feel like a nut, sometimes. Almond Joy.
And?
Almond Joy and Mounds.
Yes. Which lake has a famous mythological creature named after it?
Loch Ness.
Yes. Who played the title character in the romantic comedy Forgetting Sarah Marshall?
Oh, pass.
Sour Patch Kids were inspired by what kind of dolls?
Cabbage Patch.
Correct. The Sound of Music is set in which European country?
Switzerland.
No.
France.
No.
Italy?
No. How many brains does an octopus have?
How many brains?
Yeah.
2.
No. Dawn, you got 6 correct.
You kind of rocked it, Dawn.
Yeah, kind of.
I don't think Steve is going to perform at this level.
You don't?
I don't.
Well, yeah, I mean, I definitely thought Dawn got more, to be honest. It felt like more.
He was on a roll.
He was. And I want no one coming at me because I sort of kind of helped him. But we'll see if Steve gets that right. Steve, are you ready?
Yes!
What is the last U.S. state alphabetically?
Wyoming.
Correct.
Yeah.
What is the most popular flowers sold on Valentine's Day?
Roses.
Yes. Who dressed as Uncle Sam in the most recent Super Bowl halftime show?
Samuel L. Jackson.
You know it. Sometimes you feel like a nut, sometimes you don't. Was the jingle for what 2 candy bars?
Mounds. Snickers?
No.
Almond Joy and Mounds.
Yes. Which lake has a famous mythological creature named after it?
The Loch Ness Monster.
You know it.
Brother.
Who played the title character in the romantic comedy Forgetting Sarah Marshall?
Was that Jonah Hill?
No.
Oh. Crap. Jason Biggs?
No.
Heath Ledger.
No. Sour Patch Kids were inspired by what kind of dolls?
Cabbage Patch Kids.
Correct. The Sound of Music is set in which European country?
Germany?
No.
Austria.
Wow, yes. How many brains does an octopus have?
6.
No.
9.
That's nice, and yes. Singles Awareness Day is celebrated in what month?
It's February.
It sure is. Wow, Steve. You,
man.
my friend, got 9 correct, which is a win, and it's very nice because it's 6-9. Sorry, Dawn.
All right. Well, thanks for having me.
Take care, Don.
You did so much better than I thought you were going to.
Yeah, and you could have been perfect. Who played the title character in the romantic comedy Forgetting Sarah Marshall? I love that you kept naming dudes, even though the title character is Sarah Marshall.
Sarah Silverman?
Kristen Bell.
Oh,
Duh.
man.
You would have never got that, though, clearly.
Yeah, nice. I've seen the movie and thoroughly enjoyed it.
Yeah.
But clearly forgot the title actress.
Kind of.
But congrats on beating John.
He was in New Orleans covering the Super Bowl for Sports Center, and he's a Super Bowl winner with our Seattle Seahawks. Luke Wilson is going to join us to chat about his time at the big game after Lincoln Park.
The Daly Migs Show.
The dust is still settling from Super Bowl 59 over the weekend, Steve Migs.
Yes.
And we have a former Super Bowl champion, our very own Luke Wilson of the Seattle Seahawks, on the phone with us this morning to talk about his time down in New Orleans. Good morning, Luke.
How's it going?
Doing good, man. I just saw you all over like social media, just with Sports Center as well, and you were just crushing it over in New Orleans with the Super Bowl coverage.
I appreciate that, Migs. I appreciate that. You know, I'm doing kind of transition into some media stuff up in Canada, so it's been fun little ride. It's nothing like playing for the Hawks, but nice kind of second chapter.
So, Luke, I know as a player, there's probably some sort of pregame rituals that you have before you're hitting the field. But when you're doing commentary, do you have any, pregame rituals that you participate in on that end?
Not one bit, to be honest. It's funny. Like someone asked me in the airport security, I kind of saw a friend, and they were like, "You get nervous or you go on TV?" And I don't, mainly because I'm only doing I don't have to read a teleprompter or like do anything like that. Yeah. I basically talk about the game, and when you spend the amount of time that all of us did when we were playing, watching film, you can't really like get too detailed on television. So it's pretty. I find it pretty easy. You kind of hit the big points, talk about a couple things, kick your feet up, and then sit back.
Makes it sound so easy.
I feel like there are certain people probably in the TV world that find it to be a struggle, that hear that and they just want to punch you in the face because it's so easy.
No question, Nick. The toughest part for me is getting my hair to like stay in place and put the suit on.
Dude, I feel your pain. It's very hard for me as well on the radio. Hey, dude. So, what was the big takeaway for you? Because we talked to John Ryan yesterday, your former teammate with the Seahawks. You both won a Super Bowl, and we were joking and talking about how like this Eagles team is very reminiscent of the Seahawks team that won the Super Bowl. Dominant performance. I mean, led by their great defense. I mean, you got a great running back. You have a quarterback that can use his feet, but also can come in clutch. That, granted, they don't have an awesome tight end like you, but everything else seems very reminiscent. Do you notice the similarities?
I do. And what I really liked was you look at the defense the Eagles had. I thought it was pretty cool of how many guys made plays, and that really reminded me of the Legion of Boom.
Yeah.
I think that on our run, obviously the Legion of Boom was kind of born out of the secondary, but as it evolved, it was really all 11 guys on the field. And, you look back now on those Seahawk defenses, and you're like, holy smokes, like that Super Bowl win, our backups were unbelievable. And that's kind of what was going on with Philadelphia this week. I'm like, every guy on the field was just flying around defense, making a crazy amount of plays. So there are definitely a lot of similarities. They didn't have a great game running the football. I mean, Jalen did.
Right.
Saquon had 25 touches, not his traditional game, but it did remind me a lot of how we kind of tried to attack teams back in the day with Marshawn.
And the defense felt just like the Seahawks defense. It felt like they were one step ahead of everything that the Kansas City Chiefs were doing.
Yeah, and what's funny is, in a similar way, there were all these things online saying, oh, they didn't blitz, and talking about Philly's defense. When you're that good and you can just win your one-on-one matchups, you don't really need to blitz. And then what happens on the back end is you just kind of play your coverage, and you don't really need to trick or confuse or throw any curveballs. So you just kind of line up and win your matchups. So that was kind of one of the things I remember when we played Denver. They had historically the best offense ever, like statistically. And my dad before the game, I think I've told you this before, was like, hey, what do you think? This is Saturday before we played on. I'm like, I think we're going to blow this team out of the water. And he's like, really? And I'm like, yeah. He's like, why do you say that? I'm like, well, it's not like they don't know, like, they know what we're going to run defensively. I just think that there's nothing they can do. And it kind of turned out to be that way.
Luke Wilson, I know historically we've kind of said, don't count out Patrick Mahomes, don't count out the Chiefs. They really do play pretty dominantly in the second half. But at what point in the game on Sunday did you think this is over, the Eagles have it in the bag?
So I think it was 24-0 at the half, which again very similar to our game. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, all right, well, this game's probably done, but you do have Patrick Mahomes and they have the ball to start the half. So I kind of wondered if Mahomes goes down there, drives the field for a touchdown and gets a 2-point conversion. You're down 16, obviously still tough to come back from, but at least you're within 2 possessions if you count the 2-pointers. When the Chiefs got stopped and then the Eagles responded with points, I was like, this bad boy's done. And it's kind of wild.
And we're talking with Luke Wilson, Super Bowl winner with the Seattle Seahawks. Let's switch gears and talk a little bit about the Seattle Seahawks. They just got a new offensive coordinator with Clint Kubiak. What's your take on the team from last season and what needs to be done for this upcoming season? Is it keeping Geno? Is it keeping DK? But overall, as a broad picture, what are you thinking about the Seattle Seahawks for next season?
I'll tell you this right now: the fans or people or individuals that don't want to keep Geno. I mean, I'm not sure what games you're watching, but it's certainly not Seahawk games. Geno to me made a lot of things work last year. They had some offensive line issues. The guy played out of his mind, and I will say it's not easy for guys like Geno to have a new offensive coordinator every year. So you mentioned Kubiak. I think he needs to get in here, get with Geno and OTAs right away, and start trying to understand him as a player. And they also need to build around him when it comes to that offensive line. Protect Geno, go from there. And then the next thing I'll say, and it kind of shifted, I think, most Seahawks fans, but is commit to the run game. Early on, and I know he's kind of moved on since, but Grubb kind of brought that college-style game, and it's like, man, this is Seahawk ball. Let's run the football. Let's play great defense. We got a quarterback that can make a ton of plays with his feet and his arms when we're in third down. That would kind of be where I'm hoping they go, but I guess we'll all tune in and find out what actually happens.
Luke, now we're a couple of days outside of the Super Bowl, and, I kind of tend to get these little postseason blues a little bit when football is over. Do you feel that way? What kind of things do you do in the offseason when you're not going to be doing so many, broadcast situations with SportsCenter?
Full transparency, I'm not even sure. I got back yesterday from New Orleans. I'm back in Toronto right now. It's snowing, so all I know is I need to get out of the city as soon as I physically can.
Well, I have an idea for
whether that's Migs. I am thinking about coming back to Seattle. I don't know. I that was kind of on my agenda today is plan the next 7 months of my life. So we'll go from there.
Okay, since we're planning, and I went on your Instagram page, and your pinned post is a highlight montage of you playing with the Seahawks and playing in the NFL, and it's set to the sweet sounds of the band Creed. And Creed's coming to town, and we're all going. So I'm like, how do we twist your arm to come party with us and go see Creed?
When is Creed coming to town?
August 14th.
I think I could probably swing that. I'll put that on the calendar, and we'll go from there.
All right, good, because we're taking the next day off. We're getting crazy, man.
I love it.
Luke Wilson, if people want to follow you on social media, your handle is at @LWilson_82. Wilson spelled with 2 L's, of course. And thank you so much for chatting with us about the Super Bowl, the Seahawks, and Creed.
Appreciate it.
Thanks, Luke.
Last week, we got a text message from Matt in Gig Harbor. He wrote to our show and he said, I just found out my niece is pregnant. My niece is 15 and I love her like my own daughter. What the heck do I do?
Oh, that's a heavy one.
So we figured we should chat with Matt. We're going to figure out what the heck he should do. We're going to get more details from him at 7:20.
The Daily.
What's up? It's your boy V, Ted Smith. Slow drain being a pain? Call Pinky. That pipe's being a little leaky? Call Pinky. When the toilet won't flush and you're in a rush? Call Pinky. When your shower lost all its spray power? Call Pinky. When your sink's on the blink? Call Pinky. Pinky's Plumbing promises to lick all your plumbing problems quick. So when your plumbing backs up and things get stinky, call Pinky's. Pinky'sPlumbing.com.
Plumbing backs up and things get stinky. Call Pinky's.
With Fidelity Wealth Management, a
dedicated advisor gets to know you and your goals to build a comprehensive plan to help grow and protect your wealth. Backed by a team of specialists, they'll analyze all your accounts, even the ones they don't manage, to keep an eye on taxes and provide proactive portfolio insights that can help you unlock your wealth's full potential. Learn more at fidelity.com/wealth. Investment minimums apply. Fidelity Brokerage Services, LLC. Member NYSE SIPC.
Hiring is a lonely business. Posting jobs, sifting through resumes, interviews with unqualified applicants, being ghosted. What if you could link with dozens of qualified candidates who are ready to work right now with just one connection? That's Express Employment Professionals. Find us at expresspros.com. One connection, the workforce you need. Problem solved. Express Employment Professionals. expresspros.com.
Migs Show.
Migs Show.
Rockaholics, we want you to know that our text line is always open at 206-803-ROCK. If you have something you want to chat about with us, the text line is always open, right, Steve Migs?
Yeah, and we got a text last week from Matt in Gig Harbor, and we're like, oh, man, I don't know what to say, and I felt like maybe let's try and get him on the phone. That way he could kind of explain what's going on, and maybe we could help him out. But I was just like, when I saw this text, I was like, it'd be easier to talk to Matt. What's going on, Matt?
Hey, how's it going?
We're doing good. So last week you sent us a text, and can you explain what the text said?
Yeah, so basically, a couple nights ago, I got a call from my brother's ex-wife, baby mama, which isn't too out of the ordinary because she has custody of my nieces, who I love very, very much. Only to tell me that my niece, who is 15 years of age, is now pregnant.
Oy.
And to salt the wound, the boyfriend, upon learning about the pregnancy, immediately backed out and said that he needed a break from the relationship.
Oh. Is he like around the same age as well?
Yes.
Ay.
Yeah. So, on one hand, I'm trying to be the cool uncle, trying to be as supportive as I can, because, I mean, what voice do I really have? I can't really tell her what to do with her life.
Right. So have you? I'd imagine, and you've had some conversations with her since you've had the news.
Yes. I tried talking to her on the phone, and she says she wants to be an adult and make these decisions. And I don't really know what to say about that. You know, I'm stuck. I don't want to. Like I said, on one hand, I'm like, I want to try to be a supporter, but on the other hand, I want to strangle her and be like,
"What are you doing?" And also, the boyfriend, like you're 15, I understand, like you're probably not thinking straight, but I mean, I hope that at some point that kid's parents find out what's going on, you know, and it's like, hey, you need to step up. You can't just run away from something like that.
Yeah, exactly. This is a life-changing decision that they've made.
When I will say that it sounds like you and her family, it sounds like you guys are a pretty supportive group. So whatever comes of this, it sounds like she has a pretty good support system behind her. But 15 years old, I mean, you're just a kid having a kid.
I can't even imagine. Yeah, and
exactly.
I know when you text us, you said, "What the heck?" I'm looking at your text. It says, "What the heck do I do?" And I was thinking, I'm like, man, I don't think we have any advice that we could do to really help you, other than I'm sorry to hear you're going through this.
Yeah, it's definitely like a Dr. Phil kind of moment.
Oh, for sure,
100%. Yeah. I don't think any of us really have had that life experience to be able to give you the right advice. But I'm wondering if maybe like people who are listening to our show have been through this in one way or another. Maybe they were the teenager that had a kid, or maybe they were the a father figure or a family member that had to deal with then the teenager had a kid, and what advice they can give you. Because I don't think there's anything that we could say that's going to help you go through this journey, because none of us have been through this.
Yeah, you're exactly right. That's. I'm hoping that there's someone out there who can give you some sort of advice, because right now I'm kind of lost in the dark on what to do.
Are you looking for like advice as far as like just like how to like be there for your niece, or like are you looking for like advice like maybe like there's some kind of profound thing that you could say to? I mean, what are you hoping to get out of the advice from some of our listeners?
You had it right the first time. What can I do to be there, or really just to talk to her? What advice I could give her?
Well, I know, like for me growing up, my parents really didn't talk to me about the birds and the bees at all. Like I had to find out all this stuff kind of on my own. So, I mean, Matt, the fact that you guys are having open dialogue or at least talking about some of these adult things is a pretty big deal.
Yeah, this is very true.
Well, Matt, we'll pop you on hold. We'll open up the phone lines, and then we'll keep you on hold so you can hear what everyone has to say and check in with you to see what you're feeling. It's based on some of the advice that we get from our Rockaholics. How's that sound?
That sounds great. Thank you so much, Steve.
Yeah, man. Sorry to hear you going through this, though.
That's
Holy
a lot.
crap.
Thank you. I appreciate your support.
And the phone number is 206-803-ROCK. If you have ever been in a situation similar to Matt's, we'd love to know how you handled it. 206-803-ROCK. Maybe you had a kid at a young age. If you have any advice for Matt.
That would be the one I'd love to hear from, just because I think that could help him a lot, just on how to navigate communicating with his niece.
Absolutely. Give us a ring, 206-803-ROCK, and we will take your calls after Lenny Kravitz.
The Daily Migs Show.
If you're just joining us this morning, we had a chat with Matt from Gig Harbor this morning. He was sharing that his niece is pregnant. She's 15 years old, and he loves her as if she was his own daughter. But he is a little bit lost on what to do and how to be supportive. So we were just opening the phone lines up to Rockaholics.
Because we said we're too stupid to be able to give you advice on. Well, I mean, we haven't lived that life. I mean,
No.
I always hate when people are like giving you advice about something. And you're just like, well, have you been through that? And they're like, no. And I'm like, okay, well, you didn't need to give me that advice.
Yeah, I had my kid at 35. I still don't know what I'm doing. So we want to hear from people
Yet, and I'm 50.
who have been through this, and as we have not. So the number to call is 206-803-ROCK. Let's start with Dave in Ashford. Dave, how old were you when you had your first kid?
I was 16.
16. So what advice do you have for someone like Matt who's trying to be, there for his niece who's 15?
In all honesty, it's best to just be there and to support them whichever way they want to go. I had to grow up real fast.
Mm-hmm.
So having all the support in the world with all my family and my friends and whatnot, it was the best thing that I could ever have.
And how old are you now?
I'm 26 now, about to be 27 with 2 kids now.
2 kids?
2 boys, both of them born at home.
Whoa.
So you're 26 with gray hair, or are you bald already?
Getting close, man. Tell you what.
I can only imagine, man.
Thanks, Dave. Let's talk to Tiffany from Tacoma. Tiffany, you got pregnant when you were 15?
I was actually 14 when I got pregnant and had my son when I was 15.
And how old is your son now?
He is 26 and will be 27 next month.
Wow. And so what was that like for you? Did you have a pretty supportive family around you?
Not really. My dad was not the greatest. He was in jail. So I did have my mom, which helped a whole lot. She helped me with taking care of him so I could finish high school, which was nice.
So you heard...
And honestly, I wish I would have had an uncle that would have stepped up to be there and be supportive. So his niece is really lucky to have him.
I was about to say, what advice would you give for someone like Matt who is trying to do the right thing and help out his niece who's 15? And it obviously triggered you to want to call in and talk to us. But what advice would you give to Matt?
Just be there.
Mm-hmm.
Being there is probably the best that he could ever do.
Yeah, because the last thing you want is someone else like being like, "What the hell is wrong with you? What do you do?" I mean, at that point, it's already happened. You can't fix that. Now it's about what do you do now?
Right.
Awesome. Thank you, Tiffany. Appreciate it. 206-803-ROCK. We're talking to people who have been through teen pregnancies. James from JBLM. How old were you when your first was born?
He was born 2 weeks after I turned 17.
And what advice would you have for Matt going through this with his niece?
The advice is just be supportive. Talk to the parents. Try to make sure that both the mother and the father finish school and are able to have at least some kind of structured upbringing. Don't just let them just get thrown out into the world. And as far as the dad, the kid, and his reaction, don't get too wrapped up in how his immediate reaction.
Yeah.
Because most likely the kid's going to come around.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'll be honest, my immediate reaction, I was 16, and when my girlfriend at the time, later wife, told me she was pregnant, my immediate reaction was, well, let's go get this taken care of.
Mm-hmm.
And she never let me forget that one either.
Well, right on, James. Thank you so much for calling in and chatting with us about
you, man.
this. Should we chat with Matt?
Yeah.
Let's get Matt on the phone. Matt, are you with us?
Yes, I am.
So, Matt, you've heard from a couple of rockaholics that have been through similar situations, and we just wanted to kind of, debrief with you on how you're feeling after hearing some great advice from some folks who have been in a similar situation.
Well, it's definitely pretty reassuring that there are others who, first of all, are willing to call and even give me any sort of advice. It definitely makes me feel like I'm not alone.
Oh, Matt, I mean, dude, the phone lines, as soon as we were talking to you, I've never seen our phone lines blow up more, and our text lines as well. There's so many people that want to share what they've been through. And like you said, you're not alone in this situation. And I feel like the main theme is just be supportive and be there and like do the things that, you want to make sure that she feels comfortable and she's like going through this experience with somebody that has her back.
Right. Another concern of mine that I should have mentioned before, she's, 5 foot nothing, 100 pounds. My biggest concern, other than her, finishing up her remaining years in high school, is the very potential health risks.
Sure. Well, and I think one of the biggest things for when I was pregnant with Barrett was getting into those, parenting classes and things of that nature, because I was freaked out. My husband had 2 older kids, well before I was having any babies. But, when it's your first time, it's pretty stressful. So getting into those classes and just kind of, learning the right tools and things to expect is very, very important, at least in my experience. And I think someone texted in at 206-803-ROCK. Make sure to throw her a dope baby shower.
Oh, I absolutely will. I'm the only one who really makes any sort of money, so I'm more than prepared to throw down the dough.
Well, right on, Matt. Keep us posted on what goes on, and just like like I said, I mean, you hear a lot of the text messages, and the theme was just be supportive and be there. Even one person said, "I went." There's nothing you can do at this point with the pregnancy part of it. All you can do is be supportive, and the biggest thing is she's only 15. She's going to need some therapy, a lot of love and support from people. And at least she's got someone like you. And like even that one person that called in and said, I wish I had a guy like Matt, an uncle that would have been there for me while that person's dad was in jail and not present.
Right.
Awesome, Matt. Well, yeah, keep in touch and best wishes, and give your niece some big love for us, and have a great rest of your day today, good sir.
Hey, thanks, guys. You guys are the best.
Much love, man.
I mean, I still rely on my parents all the time as a grown woman for help. I'm 40 years old now, and I need my parents all the time. So I think support is the number one, to your point, Steve, the number one piece of advice.
Especially for someone like 15. Could you imagine? I mean, it's already tough, and I get so worried about, like, as my kid gets older, like this, like, that the world that we're in now and just how hard it is. And it's got to be even tougher for someone now that she's 15, she's pregnant. I mean, that's a lot for somebody to handle mentally. To have somebody like Matt or an uncle that's just like, oh yeah, I want to just be there for you. No judgment.
For sure.
That goes a long way.
Absolutely. Rockaholics, how would you like to beat Steve? He has a current record of 42 wins, 23 losses, and 9 ties in 2025. And if you were tuned into the men's room yesterday at 5:40, that could be a pivotal piece of this puzzle, because we gave out 3 of the correct answers to the next game. 206-803-ROCK is the number to call, and we will play Beat Migs at 7:50.
The Daily Migs Show.
Yeah, sure thing. Hey, you sold that car yet?
Yeah, sold it to Carvana.
Oh, I thought you were selling to that guy.
The guy who wanted to pay me in foreign currency, no interest, over 36 months? Yeah, no. Carvana gave me an offer in minutes, picked it up, and paid me on the spot. It was so convenient.
Just like that.
Yeah.
No hassle.
None.
That is super convenient.
Sell your car to Carvana and swap hassle for convenience. Pickup fees may apply.
Look, we're all human. We pull doors, we blow on ice cream to cool it down, and sometimes we forget to check our blind spots. That's why the 2025 Hyundai Tucson Hybrid offers class-leading advanced safety features. Like an available blind spot view monitor, which shows you a live video feed of your blind spots. Because the Tucson Hybrid is made for humans who are just that, human. Visit HyundaiUSA.com or call 562-314-4603 for details.
So I used Gemini for the first time the other day, and the most impressive thing to me was just talking to it. You go live with it, and then it's just like you're having a conversation. You can just talk about your day or have it explain something to you or start brainstorming ideas. Let me give you an example. I pretended I have a job interview coming up and asked it to help me prep for the interview. It immediately started suggesting common questions I might get asked. Then I started talking through my answers out loud, and it would give me feedback. And it's all happening in real time, like I'm talking to a career coach or something. That's just what I tried first, but you can talk to it about anything. And I honestly think that's the magic of it, how you can just have this back and forth, and it's all seamless. If you haven't tried it yet, it's definitely worth checking out. You'll see what I mean.
The brand new Grand Casino and Shoreline is now open. Step into the action with Vegas-style table games like Baccarat, Heads Up Hold'em Poker, Pai Gow, Blackjack, and High Card Flush. Feeling hungry? Feast on delicious Chinese, Vietnamese, and continental dishes plus breakfast favorites. Dine in or take out. And don't miss daily happy hours from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. and 10 p.m. to midnight. Grand Casino and Shoreline off Aurora. Open daily from 9 a.m. to 4 a.m. Visit GrandCasinoGaming.com. Welcome to the Grand Experience.
Low carb, keto, yo-yo diets, GLP-1 injections, but you're never going to lose weight if your liver is clogged with fat. So what can you do? It's simple. Almaced. Almaced is a natural superfood protein shake that uses natural amino acids and bioactive peptides to help unclog your liver and optimize your metabolism so it's easier to lose weight. And it's been scientifically proven to preserve muscle mass. Join millions who have transformed their lives with Almaced. Find out more and see the university studies at almaced.com. That's ALMASED.com.
If you have health insurance, you might be able to see a personal dietitian for $0 out of pocket. Nourish connects you with a dietitian that fits your needs, covered by your insurance. Nourish accepts hundreds of insurance plans, and 94% of patients pay $0 out of pocket. Meet with your dietitian online and message them anytime through the Nourish app. With hundreds of 5-star reviews from real patients, you know you're in good hands. Find your dietitian at usenourish.com. That's usenourish.com.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. What if comparing car insurance rates was as easy as putting on your favorite podcast? With Progressive, it is. Just visit the Progressive website to quote with all the coverages you want. You'll see Progressive's direct rate, then their tool will provide options from other companies so you can compare. All you need to do is choose the rate and coverage you like. Quote today at Progressive.com to join the over 28 million drivers who trust Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Comparison rates not available in all states or situations. Prices vary based on how you buy.
Ready to explore Europe the striped way? Then fly with Condor Airlines. With non-stop flights to Frankfurt, Germany, there are great connection options to several European cities. Whether it's the romantic streets of Paris or the stunning beaches of Barcelona, Condor will start your vacation and make it even more memorable by offering comfortable and spacious cabins where you can sit back, relax, and enjoy the flight. Fly the striped way. Visit condor.com today.
The Daily Migs Show presents the most popular radio game on this side of the speaker. Let's play Beat Migs. Beat Migs, don't be a loser. Whoa! Beat Migs, you're
a loser. Who's ready to beat Migs? I know Kyle from Grandma's. Kyle, are you there?
I am.
Kyle, were you listening to the men's room around 5:40 yesterday to hear their cheat sheet?
Unfortunately, I was not.
Ooh.
There's nothing unfortunate about being a man of integrity.
I hope that doesn't cost you, because if you do beat Migs today, we're going to send you a Valentine from us all. How does that sound?
I would love a Valentine to be there.
I would love to give you one, Kyle. All right, Steve, get out of here.
Bye-bye.
For those playing at home, Kyle has 60 seconds to answer 10 questions. You can pass all you want, but you only get 3 guesses per question. Are you ready?
I am.
In the Disney movies Herbie is what?
A car?
Correct. What color M&M did not exist for over 10 years due to the fear of a particular food dye?
Green?
No.
Red?
Yes. What Kill Bill singer joined Kendrick Lamar during the halftime show?
Pass.
The geographic center of North America lies in what U.S. state?
Kansas?
No.
Nebraska?
No.
Texas?
No. Same name as a holiday. Taylor Swift was in what 2010 romantic comedy?
Pass.
What kind of bird is the closest living relative to the T-Rex?
Eagle?
No.
Falcon?
No.
Crow?
No. Kebabs are said to have originated from what Middle Eastern country?
India?
No.
Saudi Arabia?
No.
Israel?
No. Kyle, you dropped a deuce. You got 2 correct.
That was rough. You know, I listen all the time every morning, and I kick butt when I'm not on the radio.
You know what? I believe you.
It's brutal. It really is.
The timer, the pressure, and I do think if you were listening to that cheat sheet, you would have done a little better. But
yeah, I don't think Steve has it in him.
Heck no. Yeah, I love that.
I hope you don't get a Valentine today.
Have faith in yourself, Kyle. Steve, are you ready?
Yes.
In the Disney movies Herbie is what?
A love bug.
Yes.
A beetle.
What color M&M did not exist for 10 years due to the fear of a particular food dye?
That would be red.
Correct. What Kill Bill singer joined Kendrick Lamar during the halftime show?
Is it SZA?
Yes, perfect.
SZA?
The geographic center of North America lies in what U.S. state?
Washington.
No.
I don't know. Texas?
No.
Alabama?
No. Same name as a holiday. Taylor Swift was in what 2010 romantic comedy?
Same day as a holiday. Romantic Valentine's Day?
Yes! It's such a good movie. What kind of bird is the closest living relative to the T-Rex?
What kind of bird? An owl?
No.
What kind of bird has like little arms? I'm trying to think. A penguin?
No. The little arms.
I'll pass.
Kebabs are said to have originated from what Middle Eastern country?
India?
No.
Is it Arabia?
No.
Oh.
Wow. Steve?
Oh, someone's getting a Valentine, I feel.
You got 4 correct, and I wish I could say you were right because Kyle only got 2 correct.
Oh, Kyle, we're both stupid.
So,
yeah.
Steve, you are the winner.
Yeah, we didn't get hit by the arrow from Cupid. We got hit by the arrow from stupid.
Clearly.
Sorry.
Wow. That was something. And I don't want to say maybe you should play your winner song because you don't even deserve it. But, whew. Taryn.
I thought for sure I lost.
The geographic center of North America lies in what U.S. state?
North Dakota.
North Dakota. I would have never known that either. And Taryn wouldn't probably know either if it wasn't for the cheat sheet.
Okay.
Yes. Taryn, do you know what kind of bird is the closest living relative to the T-Rex?
I believe it's the animal that is on my sweatshirt this morning, Sarah. A chicken.
Yes, it is. And kebabs are said to have originated in what Middle Eastern country?
What country?
What is it? Was it on the cheat sheet?
It's almost like that, actually. It's almost like the thing on your shirt. It's almost like a chicken.
What? Rooster?
Oh, turkey.
Thank you, Danny.
I got it.
Rooster?
Dumb and Dumber over
You
here.
guys both look so lost.
I thought that was actually such a good clue,
That was very clever.
That arrow keeps getting tossed by stupid.
I didn't even mean to do that, but wow, look at me. Steve, somehow you still beat Kyle, somehow.
Congrats, Steve. All this week, we are giving away Disturbed tickets if you are willing to trash your ex. What does that mean? If you still own something that an ex gave to you, are you willing to destroy it on air? If so, you'll have a shot at these tickets. Yesterday, we had Amy destroy something from her ex. If you missed it, this is what it sounded like.
I have an old school camping sweatshirt that when we broke up about 15 years ago, I still have.
So how are we destroying it?
I was going to burn it, but since I'm outside working, I figured there's a hole in the armpit. I figured I would just reach my hands into it and rip it the rest of the way open.
Let's hear this sweater rip.
Oh, I just dropped it. Here we go. 1, 2, 3.
That felt really good. Call in now if you'd like to trash your ex for a shot at Disturbed tickets. 206-803-ROCK. We will take your calls after Red Hot Chili Peppers.
The Daily Migs Show.
All week, we are celebrating Valentine's Day by trashing your ex. So if you still have something that your ex gave you and you're willing to trash it on the air, you can give us a call and you'll have an opportunity to win Disturbed tickets for their show at Climate Pledge Arena coming up on May 5th. We have two competitors on the line this morning, Steve.
Let's do it.
We have Amanda from Rochester and Michelle from Marysville.
So let's start with Amanda.
Amanda.
Hi.
What is the item that you are still holding on to from your ex?
A beautiful white pearl bracelet.
A pearl bracelet. How long were you guys together for?
Oh, gosh. Well, a year and a half, and then we went like a half a year separate and then a few months together, and he gave me this gift and then tore my heart out. So I would like to rip it in half and let pearls fly through my car.
Oh, I love this.
Oh, man.
I thought about running it over. I thought about beating it with a hammer, but I think as of right now, ripping it and letting pearls fly suits.
How many pearls are on this bracelet?
Oh, gosh. I took a picture of it. I can email it to you guys if you'd like.
So it's plenty then?
Before I break it. What?
It's plenty of pearls.
Yes, all the way around the whole thing. And it's on like a stretchy band, so if I stretch it hard enough, it will break.
Oh, boy.
Well, let's close your eyes or put on protective goggles so you don't get your eyes taken off.
All right, are we ready to hear it?
We're ready to rock. Let's go.
All right, Amanda, let's break that pearl bracelet.
All right. Well, I don't want them to fly through my vent. So, here. There you go.
Yes!
Just so you guys know, I've never been to a concert, so this is kind of a big deal.
Oh, my gosh.
Okay, well, the pressure's on. So right now, you are our first competitor. We have one more competitor, and whoever does the best job of destroying their stuff is going to win these tickets.
We have Michelle from Marysville. Michelle, what is the item that you have from your ex?
So I have a pair of 24-karat gold earrings.
And you are willing to destroy these for a shot at Disturbed tickets?
Yes.
Now, why did you get those earrings? Was it like for a birthday? Was it a Christmas gift? Like, why did the ex give them to you?
It was just a gift. He gave them to me because I hadn't seen him for a while. And so he gave me this pair of earrings because I had gone down to visit him. I'm a truck driver, and I drive all across the country. And so I would go on long trips, and I wouldn't see him for a long time. And then I'd go back and I'd visit.
All right.
And so he gave them to me then.
Okay, now, and then, so that didn't end well, I'd imagine, and now you want to just destroy these earrings as a way to get back at him.
Yeah, it ended very badly.
Well, let's trash your ex. Let's hear these earrings break.
Okay, so I'm driving my truck, so I'm going to put the earrings in a cup holder and use my coffee cup to smash them.
Okay,
hey,
be very careful.
Savage.
I'm going to be very careful. I'm going to stop. So I'm going
the last thing we want is you like hitting a car because you're trashing some earrings for Disturbed tickets.
I'm not going to hit anything, I promise.
Okay, good.
All right, so I'm going to put the phone over near it so you guys can hear this.
Let's go.
All right, so putting the earrings in there.
Damn those earrings. Well, Steve Migs, Amanda destroyed her pearl bracelet and Michelle destroyed her 24-karat earrings.
I'm torn because I definitely, but see, my problem is I want to give Amanda the ticket so she can see a concert for the first time, but I feel like Michelle definitely brought it and made a better sound. Who are you going with?
I'm kind of with you. Like, my heart wants to give these tickets to Amanda because she's never been to a show before. And Disturbed is doing the Sickness Tour, the 25th anniversary of The Sickness.
Yes.
It's a big one, Steve. Should Danny be our tiebreaker?
Oh, so you're going with Amanda?
I'm going with Amanda.
Okay. I'm going with Amanda, guys.
All
Those
right.
pearl bracelets. Yeah. Let's go, Amanda.
Congratulations, Amanda.
Thank you.
Thank you for destroying your pearl bracelet for Disturbed tickets. Trash your ex.
All right.
All right.
She's speechless now.
Probably. That's going to be a great show. Climate Pledge Arena, May 5th.
Yes.
The brand new Post Malone Oreos are officially in stores. And people have already been trying them. And of course, sharing their reviews online about them. So we're going to go straight to the comments. Plus, Migs, it's extra special.
Yep, I got them.
You stumbled upon a package of these Oreos yesterday and brought them in for us to try.
Yep, they were at the Safeway on Shaw Road in Puyallup. And once I saw them, I'm like, I'm bringing them in. And they smell amazing.
So we're going to eat those Oreos and go straight to the comments at 8:20.
The Daily Migs Show.
What's up? It's your boy, the Ted Smith. Slow drain being a pain? Call Pinky. That pipe's being a little leaky? Call Pinky. When the toilet won't flush and you're in a rush? Call Pinky. When your shower lost all its spray power? Call Pinky. When your sink's on the blink? Call Pinky. Pinky's Plumbing promises to lick all your plumbing problems quick. So when your plumbing backs up and things get stinky, call Pinky's. Pinky'sPlumbing.com.
Working as a dedicated Fidelity advisor, I always ask, what's important to you? I'll look at those priorities and goals alongside your full financial picture to build a comprehensive plan designed to help grow and protect your wealth. With proactive portfolio insights and an eye on taxes, I'm here to help you make the most of your money. I'm Laura Maxwell, and I'm a dedicated Fidelity advisor. Learn more at fidelity.com/wealth. Investment minimums apply. Fidelity Brokerage Services, LLC, member NYSE, SIPC.
Hiring is a lonely business. Posting jobs, sifting through resumes, interviews with unqualified applicants, being ghosted. What if you could link with dozens of qualified candidates who are ready to work right now with just one connection? That's Express Employment Professionals. Find us at expresspros.com. One connection, the workforce you need. Problem solved. Express Employment Professionals. expresspros.com.
Everyone knows social media is a time suck, and what you're about to hear proves it. If it's online, someone, somewhere, has an opinion and is whining about it. So let's get straight to the comments.
The brand new Post Malone Oreo cookies have officially reached the stores, and many are excited to get their hands on this new cookie creation. In the commercial, Post Malone even says that they are the best Oreo cookie ever.
Best Oreo.
Did I just create the best Oreo ever?
Well, he's not going to say I might have created the most mid Oreo cookie ever. You gotta be proud of it.
You gotta let the people decide, right?
Absolutely.
So people have been trying them. They've been sharing their thoughts on social media. We even brought in a package, and by we I mean you, Steve.
I did.
That we could join the conversation.
Any guesses on how much a bag or this little? I mean, it's not even that big of a thing of Oreos. Like it looks like a half-size Oreo bag. How much do you think this cost me?
$7.
Pretty close. Wow. Just under $7, like $6.50.
Wow.
I was like, man, it's been a minute since I bought Oreos. Is that how much they're charging these days?
Gosh.
Are we in an Oreo shortage, like eggs? What the hell's going on here? So yes, I opened up the bag. First of all, you instantly smell like the salted caramel.
Ooh.
It smells so good. Take a whiff of that.
It's salted caramel and chocolate?
Yeah, it's swirled salted caramel and shortbread flavor cream. And then one side's chocolate and the other side's vanilla.
All right.
Look at these cookies. Now, I have not tried one.
Okay. Oh, my God.
So before we go straight to the comments, we're each going to grab a cookie.
It does smell really good.
Yeah, here's your breakfast food. Oh, Danny's taking two.
What? You were supposed to see that.
Wow. One for each hand.
One for each hand. So we're going to go straight to the comments. We found a few of these comments about the Oreo cookies. And well, unfortunately, we did not find a robot version of Post Malone to read these comments, but we found the next best thing. And that's Robot SpongeBob SquarePants.
Oh, great.
So I figure we'll take a bite, and then we'll listen to some of the comments, and we'll give our honest review.
Okay.
Okay, you ready for the first comment?
I am.
All right, let's eat.
I thought these Post Malone Oreos might taste like tattoo parlor cigarettes dipped in Bud Light, but they were actually quite tasty.
Yeah, they do taste like tattoo parlor cigarettes.
That's pretty good.
Post Malone might be right.
The best ever?
That might be the best Oreo cookie I've ever eaten.
I mean, as far as the weird, combos and flavors that they come up with, this is probably my favorite.
I'm such a fan of salted caramel, and this is perfect. This is a perfect Oreo cookie.
I agree.
All right, let's check out our next comment.
I really, 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 really f***ing hate Post Malone, so I am sad to report that the Post Malone Oreos are very tasty.
Also,
You're not wrong.
Did we miss an opportunity to call them Post Maloneos?
Yeah.
No.
Let's check out our next comment.
Why did my mom buy Post Malone Oreos? They're really good, but I'm confused.
Your mom wants to have sex with Post Malone, clearly.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Moms love Posty.
All right, next comment.
Post Malone's Oreos taste exactly how you'd imagine his breath smells. Like
What?
I never really thought about what Post Malone's breath smells like, but if it smells like these cookies, man, I'm okay with him being a close talker.
I'll get up.
These are delicious. Sorry, you liking it?
I really do.
What about you, Danny?
It's all right.
Danny doesn't like sweet things, though.
Yeah.
Do you like Oreos?
I mean, they're fine.
All right, let's check out our next comment about the cookies.
unacceptable. Post Malone Oreos are a perfect example of how celebrities are ruining classic American snacks. Wow. Who thought it was a good idea to put swirled salted caramel in an Oreo? Hashtag not my Oreo.
Okay, Karen.
What is wrong with evolution? Evolution of flavors?
Not my Oreo. Is that from Danny?
Yeah, right.
All right, we have another comment about the cookie.
I bought Post Malone Oreos, and they taste just like him.
Okay. Well, okay. I'm shut out. I'm done.
So would you rather have them called Postios or Post Maloneos?
I'm okay with just Post Oreo cookies. I don't know. Do we need to get that clever?
Postios.
Postios. I mean, I'll eat them however you give them to me. This is and the aftertaste that sticks with it.
I have a feeling we might destroy this entire...
I've never been more happy about an Oreo cookie. This is fantastic.
Guys, I don't think I've ever seen Steve this excited for anything.
No. This is like better than my own wedding.
His eyes are smiling. I can't even see his face, and his eyes are smiling at me.
It's like birth of my child. Post Malone Oreo cookies in a close second. Oh,
and then wedding day.
Then wedding.
And then wedding day, of course.
Distant third.
Many people are wondering, what was up with Tom Cruise's face at the Super Bowl?
Yeah.
We're going to tell you what's trending after Nirvana.
The Daily Migs Show.
We know that for many of you, you are just waking up. You are seeking caffeine and answers when it comes to the world of pop culture. And we're going to help you out by telling you what's trending.
Trending on the Daily Migs Show. Trending, let's go. Let's go.
The Super Bowl intro video Tom Cruise was part of had a lot of people very curious about what's going on with his appearance. People notice his face looks different. It looks fuller. It looks smoother. And plastic surgeons, of course, are weighing in.
Well, I know also Danny texted while this was going on. You were talking about, his hair?
It looked like he was wearing a hairpiece.
I mean, I'm shocked that a guy like him would be so vain to get like plastic surgery and hair implants. It doesn't seem like something Tom Cruise would do, right?
It also didn't look like hair implants. So it just looked like it was about to blow off in the wind.
Huh.
I don't know if you guys saw that, but that was just me.
Well, the experts are saying it's likely cheek fillers, Botox, maybe some laser skin resurfacing. That's what I thought.
What the hell is laser skin resurfacing?
They resurface your skin with lasers, Steve.
Well, thank you for saying the exact same thing I just asked.
I thought for sure there was some filler action happening, though, because he just looks a little more plump. You know what I mean?
You still didn't answer. What do you do? So does lasers kind of clean up your skin?
I'm guessing. I don't have Tom Cruise money, Steve. I don't know what it's like to have my skin resurfaced with lasers.
Would you get your skin resurfaced with lasers for free?
Yes.
I'd be willing to try to see what it felt like. I mean, does it hurt?
I mean, beauty is pain, Steve.
That is true. If you got to look good, you got to feel like crap.
I think he's still aging pretty gracefully, though. You know, a little help from a filler is nothing to...
Say whatever you want about this guy. The commercial for Mission Impossible, hook, line, sinker. I cannot wait to see that one.
Absolutely.
They always come through. All right, speaking of the Super Bowl, let's talk about the actual game. Travis Kelce, apparently not very happy because his team sucked and they lost and he didn't play all that well, but also... he was devastated. I love that this story, somebody found out this information. Devastated when he found out that Taylor Swift was getting booed by all the Eagles fans there when she appeared on the Jumbotron. It was like, obviously a thing that turned into a meme. A lot of people were talking about it. A source close to Kelce, maybe it's his brother Jason, who knows, or maybe it's Taylor Swift, says that he felt helpless and heartbroken seeing her reaction, especially on a night where the Chiefs were already struggling.
So sweet. Right.
Now, the reason why some people believe that she was booed is because many Eagles fans saw Taylor Swift as a traitor for previously supporting their team before dating him. Look, if I started dating Travis Kelce, I'm rooting for whatever team he's on too.
That is like number one reason it is okay to jump ship and be a bandwagon fan of another team.
But this is why I don't bring my wife to any of our events, because, all of a sudden she shows up, everyone starts booing her, and it's very awkward. No. And I'm like, babe, we just can't have this anymore.
Oh, yeah, it was pretty sad, pretty bad. Have you seen this online series? It's called Subway Takes. They're going viral for a recent video where a guy argues his point of what all men should do at least once, and that is wear a Speedo.
So what's your take?
Every man should have to wear a Speedo to the beach at least once.
I've never done it, and I'll never do it.
Why? Are you scared?
Of course.
No, you shouldn't be scared. You hear that? That's the sound of thousands of women in the comment section saying, we're scared, but we have to be naked at the beach.
But you don't have to be. You don't have to wear a bikini. You guys could wear shorts and a T-shirt too,
I mean,
can we?
I didn't know there were rules against that. Danny, you want to wear a Speedo with me next time we go to a beach?
Do you even have to ask, Steve?
Yes. There is a beach at West Seattle.
Oh, let's go right now. It's 25 degrees.
God. Will you guys polar plunge in Speedos, please?
Absolutely not.
And for the record, I don't want to be there when you guys are in Speedos. So you guys are doing this on your own.
Oh, now we definitely have to do this.
I don't think Taryn and I need to see or want to see either of you wearing a Speedo.
Was it a thong Speedo?
Oh, gosh.
No, I think Speedos don't have to be thongs.
But it could be.
Well, whatever your fantasy is doesn't need to happen here.
Get naked. Imagine a world we can all wear Speedos at least once and go, okay, that wasn't for me, but I got to experience it.
Okay. I mean, it drives a hard bargain.
Sarah, would you want to see George in Speedo?
Absolutely.
So about me, George, and Danny.
Why are you guys ruining this?
Brad.
And Brad.
Just Brad and George. You and Danny can stay home.
I was going to say, you know what, guys, I'm out.
I'll shave my legs for this and everything.
Wow.
Let's go.
It's the year of the Speedo.
Oh, God.
How would you like a shot at beating Steve? He is really pulling ahead, Rockaholics, and I blame you. He's got a record of 43 wins, 23 losses, and 9 ties in 2025. Let's put a stop to this. 206-803-ROCK. We will play Beat Migs at 8:50.
The Daily Migs Show. Daily Migs Show.
What is Dax, are you?
Tracking all our cars on Carvana Value Tracker on all our devices? Yes, Kristen, yes, I am.
Well, I've been looking for my phone for...
In Dax's domain, we see all. So we always know what our cars are worth.
All of them?
All of them. Value surge, trucks up 3.9%.
That's a great offer.
I know. Sell?
Sell.
Track your car's value with Carvana Value Tracker today.
Is your team at work feeling a little disconnected? Maybe the workflow's not flowing? Try Confluence by Atlassian. Confluence is the connected workspace where teams can create, organize, and deliver work like never before. In Confluence, teams can whiteboard their vision for any project, easily create or access the relevant pages and resources they need, and discover important context they might not even know they need. Plus, AI helps teams jumpstart brainstorms, organize information, and connect workflows, so teams can move efficiently and create alignment with ease. In fact, with Confluence, teams can see 5.2% average boost in productivity in 1 year. So if your team lacks confidence, try Confluence, the connected workspace where teams can do it all. Set knowledge free with Confluence. Learn more at Atlassian.com/confluence. That's Atlassian.com/CONFLUENCE.
This podcast is brought to you by Kleenex Lotion Tissues. You can't predict sick days, but with Kleenex Lotion Tissues, you can be better prepared for them while helping keep your skin healthy. Whether it's a surprise sneeze or a stuffy nose, it's always good to have something gentle on hand. Kleenex Lotion Tissues moisturize to help prevent skin irritation while you're battling those unwanted cold and flu symptoms. It's extra care when you need it most. I mean, why not have one less thing to worry about when you're not feeling your best? For whatever happens next, grab Kleenex.
So I actually tried Gemini a couple days ago, the Gemini Live where you can talk to it, and it is really crazy to have a full-on conversation with this thing. I was just messing around, so I asked it to give me ideas for hosting during the holidays. And when it starts giving you results, you can just stop it and say, okay, but what about something low-key for a smaller group? And then it adjusts to that, and you can just keep going until you get an idea you want. I think that's what I would use it for the most, brainstorming stuff. It's so good if you don't know where to start or if you hit a wall, you just go to Gemini. It helps you get the ball rolling. But obviously, you can use it for all kinds of stuff. If you want to learn something new, you can have it give you advice, ask it to explain Bitcoin in simple terms, or you can have it quiz you on microbiology. I mean, imagine being a student and you've got this personal tutor on hand. It's hard to explain. You really just have to play around with it, see how it listens to you, responds, adapts to your style of conversation. Just try it out. It's free.
Auto insurance rates are on the rise, which is why you should call Vern Fonk Insurance. Vern Fonk could save you up to 20% on your auto insurance. The pros at Vern Fonk will do all the work, comparing different plans to find you the best options. And they can insure you over the phone. One call to Vern Fonk could save you up to 20%. Call 206-408-5094. 206-408-5094.
Remember to honk when you drive by Vern Fonk.
Restrictions apply based on a Q3 2023 study of Vern Fonk Insurance customers who reported saving when they switched. License number 1070622.
Looking to improve your diet in the new year? Try seeing a personal dietitian with Nourish. Nourish has hundreds of dietitians who specialize in a variety of health concerns, including weight loss, gut health, and more. Meet with your dietitian online and message them anytime through the Nourish app. Nourish accepts hundreds of insurance plans. 94% of patients pay $0 out of pocket. Find your personal dietitian at usenourish.com. That's usenourish.com.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive. Most of you aren't just listening right now. You're driving, cleaning, and even exercising. But what if you could be saving money by switching to Progressive? Drivers who save by switching save nearly $750 on average. And auto customers qualify for an average of 7 discounts. Multitask right now. Quote today at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. National average 12-month savings of $744 by new customers surveyed who saved with Progressive between June 2022 and May 2023. Potential savings will vary. Discounts not available in all states and situations.
Ready to explore Europe the striped way? Then fly with Condor Airlines. With non-stop flights to Frankfurt, Germany, there are great connection options to several European cities. Whether it's the romantic streets of Paris or the stunning beaches of Barcelona, Condor will start your vacation and make it even more memorable by offering comfortable and spacious cabins where you can sit back, relax, and enjoy the flight. Fly the striped way. Visit condor.com today.
The Daily Migs Show presents the most popular radio game on this side of the speaker. Let's play Beat Migs. Beat Migs, don't be a loser. Whoa! Beat Migs, you're a loser.
Who's ready to beat Migs? I know Alonzo from Des Moines is. Alonzo, are you there?
Yes.
Alonzo, if you beat Mr. Migs today, I am going to send you a Valentine. And I really want to send you a Valentine because I hear it's your birthday today. What?
Thank you.
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday!
What are the big plans today, Alonzo?
We celebrated yesterday.
What'd you do?
Oh, we just hung out and had a little charcuterie.
Oh, nice. We talking cheese and meats?
Yeah, cheese and meats. It was more of a American charcuterie. So we had cheese whiz, chicken and a biscuit.
That's what's up.
And some illegal fireworks.
Nice. Dude, once you add cheese whiz to a party, you know it's going to be a good time. All right, Steve, get out of here.
All right, bye-bye.
For those playing at home, birthday boy Alonzo has 60 seconds to answer 10 questions. You can pass all you want, but you'll only get 3 guesses per question. Are you ready?
Yes.
The Sacramento River is in what U.S. state?
California.
Correct. What famous tennis player made a surprise cameo in Kendrick Lamar's Super Bowl halftime show?
Venus.
No.
Williams. No. Serena Williams.
There we go. Who plays the title character in the Ant-Man movies?
Pass.
According to most scientific estimates, what percentage of your brain is made up of water?
5%.
No.
20%.
No.
15%.
No. What type of art did ancient Egyptians use to communicate with?
Hieroglyphics.
Correct. According to Google, what holiday has the most flower sales?
Valentine's Day.
Yes. What is the most commonly ordered seafood item in American restaurants?
Shrimp.
Yes. What hairstyle took off in the 90s as a way of making small waves in straight hair?
Crimping.
Correct. What mountain chain runs through Colorado?
Rockies.
Yes. What animal is cartoon character Speedy Gonzales?
A mouse.
Yes. Who plays the title character in the Ant-Man movies?
Paul Rudd.
Woo! Yes! Okay, Alonzo. With that, you got 9 correct.
Ooh, happy birthday.
Yeah.
I feel so good about this. Finally, I get to give a Valentine out today.
Wow, Sarah.
I mean, I hope.
I'm going to start addressing the envelope right now.
Oh, that's right.
Wow.
Steve, I think you should feel some pressure.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. I did see the reaction in the other room where it looked like Taryn and Sarah were very happy.
Mm-hmm.
And Danny, the man of my dreams, right over there, unfazed, not happy.
Yeah.
We were throwing a birthday party
Here to
for
do his
Alonzo.
job. Yeah.
We were.
You guys are letting your bias get in the way of a good time.
Steve, are you ready?
Yes.
Yes.
The Sacramento River is in what U.S. state?
California?
Yes. What female tennis player made a surprise cameo on Kendrick Lamar's Super Bowl halftime show?
I couldn't do that dance.
You cannot.
I'm
Please
trying.
don't.
Serena Williams.
Yes. Who plays the title character in the Ant-Man movies?
Paul Rudd.
Correct. According to most scientific estimates, what percentage of your brain is made up of water?
80%.
No.
60%.
No.
70%.
No.
Damn it.
What type of art did ancient Egyptians use to communicate with?
Okay, I'm going to try and pronounce it right. Hieroglyphics.
Wow, good job. According to Google, what holiday has the most flower sales?
It has to be Valentine's Day.
It is. What is the most commonly ordered seafood item in American restaurants?
Ooh, shrimp.
Correct. What hairstyle took off in the 90s as a way of making small waves in straight hair?
Perm.
No.
Oh, what's it? Crimping.
Wow, yes. What mountain chain runs through Colorado?
The Rockies.
Yes. What animal is cartoon character Speedy Gonzales?
He is a mouse. Arriba.
Correct. With that, Steve, you got 9 correct, which is a tie, 9 to 9.
They jinxed it. I knew that was going to happen.
Yeah, good thing I have 2 hands to give both of you the middle finger right now.
Wow.
I blame them, Alonzo.
Sorry, Alonzo, but happy birthday.
Thank you.
Send him a Valentine. It's his damn birthday.
Okay, I will.
Look at that.
Steve, you danced all around the one that you and Alonzo both got wrong.
50s?
No, you said what, 80?
70 and 60.
70. It's 75.
Oh.
Yes. You could have got a perfect
If you said
10.
69, I would have slammed my head against this table.
I was surprised you didn't guess that,
I was
honestly.
gonna, but I felt like that would have been a wasted guess, and I felt a lot of pressure from the two of you.
Well, and you did well. You tied, so congrats.
Give us a call now, 206-803-ROCK. In honor of Valentine's Day being this week, we have found recent stories in the news that prove that relationships are not what they are cracked up to be. And we want to put you to the test. So you have to call in now, 206-803-ROCK. We will take your calls after 3 days grace.
The Daily Migs Show. The Daily Migs Show.
All this week, we want the single listeners to know that we are here for you.
Yes.
Because many people do wish to be in a relationship, but we just want to remind you that love hurts. How so? Well, we have found some recent stories in the news that prove that relationships are just straight up not always what they are cracked up to be. And Migs, you found some of these stories and you want to put us to the test.
I will share a recent story pretty much illustrating why it's really not a bad thing to be single as opposed to being in a relationship like one of these stories. And you have to guess whether or not it really happened.
Okay.
Okay, are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, the first one. A woman from West Bengal has been accused of selling her husband's kidney and then using the money to run off with her lover. Did it happen?
I'm going to say yes.
You would be correct.
Oh my
Apparently,
God.
she convinced her spouse to put the organ on the black market to pay for their daughter's education.
Wow.
She then took the $11,500, which I feel like a kidney should be worth more than that.
Yeah.
I don't know what the going rate is for a kidney, but I just assumed it's a little bit more than that. And then she eloped with somebody that she met on Facebook. Her husband had reportedly tried to confront her without any success about it.
That is insane.
All right. Danny, we'll move on to you.
Let's go.
Let's head on back to this past weekend with the Super Bowl. A woman's Super Bowl standoff with her boyfriend is going viral because she refused to leave mid-game for a beer run. She said she wasn't into the Super Bowl herself, but she didn't like to be treated like a waitress, so she refused, and he flipped out. Did this happen?
Ooh. I'm going to go with no, it did not.
You would be wrong. It did happen.
Oh, my God.
Apparently, they had a big argument. She got so mad that she turned off the TV, which, of course, is how he was watching the Super Bowl. The boyfriend eventually did go and get the beer himself, but wouldn't talk to her for the rest of the night, even after their... People were there while they're having this argument.
That's bananas.
All right, let's head on over to our friend Sarah over here. A woman named Rachel from Portland got ghosted after 3 months of dating. Instead of moving on, she spent weeks training an AI chatbot to mimic her ex's speech patterns, and then she used it to text all of her friends in a group chat, sending bizarre messages that made them think he lost his mind. It worked so well that his own mother staged an intervention. Did it happen?
That is so crazy that, yeah, I do think it happened.
Possibly capable of you doing that, but no, it did not happen.
I was like, I could see someone doing this for sure.
All right, let's go back to you, Taryn.
Okay.
A Wisconsin woman named Kaylee is facing charges of first-degree reckless injury after allegedly stabbing her boyfriend in the neck during an argument over using their house as a wedding venue. Did it happen?
Wait, for their own wedding or for someone else's wedding?
Using their house for their own wedding.
I'm going to say that this did, in fact, happen.
And you would be right. Wow. Police showed up, and I guess it escalated when Kaylee returned home from work, and while she claimed to grab a knife out of fear, but her boyfriend said nope. She was just trying to leave when he got stabbed. Oh. And then she was eventually arrested and taken into custody.
Was he okay?
I think he's going to be all right. Okay, we got one more. Let's have Danny guess again. We'll put it between you and Sarah.
Okay.
Ooh.
Okay. A woman in Miami is furious that her fiance had been cheating, so she decided to break up with him in a grand public fashion. She arranged for a mariachi band to show up at his office and sing a song called Adios Infidel, which means goodbye cheater.
Oh.
The whole thing was streamed on TikTok, and then she realized that she sent the mariachi band to the wrong office and accidentally exposed an innocent man whose girlfriend dumped him immediately after seeing the video. Did it happen?
Oh, I'm going to go with no. You had me until it was the wrong guy.
I'll say yes.
Danny, you are right.
Dang.
It was a giant make-em-up.
I absolutely love that, though.
I do
would
love that,
do both of those things.
The two things that were completely out of the ordinary, over the top ridiculous are the ones that Sarah was like, oh, yeah, I totally could see myself doing that.
For sure.
So, see, it's not that bad to be single during this. This is a tough week.
Love hurts.
A tough week for some people that are single. Some people put too much pressure on themselves to go on a date and go in relationships. You don't want this.
No, you don't. You don't want to get stabbed in the neck.
Because love hurts.
We know that you are a massive music fan, but could you name a song after only hearing 1 second of the chorus? Prove it to us, and if you do, we're going to hook you up with tickets to see Apocalyptica. They're performing Metallica with special guest Nita Strauss at the Moore Theater on February 25th. 206-803-ROCK. We play Hook or Shook at 9:20.
What's up? It's your boy, the Ted Smith. Slow drain being a pain? Call Pinky. That pipe's being a little leaky? Call Pinky. When the toilet won't flush and you're in a rush? Call Pinky. When your shower lost all its spray power? Call Pinky. When your sink's on the blink? Call Pinky. Pinky's Plumbing promises to lick all your plumbing problems quick. So when your plumbing backs up and things get stinky, call Pinky's. Pinky'sPlumbing.com.
Hiring is a lonely business. Posting jobs, sifting through resumes, interviews with unqualified applicants, being ghosted. What if you could link with dozens of qualified candidates who are ready to work right now with just one connection? That's Express Employment Professionals. Find us at expresspros.com. One connection, the workforce you need. Problem solved. Express Employment Professionals. expresspros.com.
Yeah, sure thing. Hey, you sold that car yet?
Yeah, sold it to Carvana.
Oh, I thought you were selling to that guy.
The guy who wanted to pay me in foreign currency, no interest, over 36 months? Yeah, no. Carvana gave me an offer in minutes, picked it up, and paid me on the spot. It was so convenient.
Just like that.
Yeah.
No hassle.
None.
That is super convenient. Sell your car to Carvana and swap hassle for convenience. Pickup fees may apply.
All morning, we have received texts and calls from you that we haven't had a chance to chat about. But right now, we are checking in with the Rockaholics. So please do call if there's something you'd like to chime in on from the show today, or if you have anything on your mind that you would like to discuss with us. 206-803-ROCK is the number.
Someone just texted in with a very hot topic, very polarizing.
Ooh.
Pennies. Text says, let's talk pennies. Because it's in the news with, what is it? What they said, something like it costs 4 cents to make a penny, and they make like 3.2 million or something billion a year. I don't know what the hell's going on with the pennies, but apparently there's talk of maybe just scrapping pennies. But they want to know, do you try and save that penny that you see when you're vacuuming, like your car, or do you guys even keep pennies?
I keep all my change. I have a big change jar, and then every couple of years or something like that, we'll cash it in.
Oh, do you?
Oh, yeah.
And how much money are you getting usually?
I mean, I think the most we've ever gotten is maybe $75.
That's still $75. That covers a meal.
I mean, I go out to eat. I never carry coins in my bag or anything like that. I just put them in the jar at home.
I'm such a card, phone apps, things like that. Like whenever I have to use cash and I get change back, I'm just like, what am I supposed to do with this? I don't want it in my pocket. So I usually, if there's like a tip thing, I'll give like a normal tip and then I'll put that on top. I'm like, here, take the change back. So I'm just that guy.
So let's just say hypothetically, pennies are becoming increasingly obsolete. Does that increase
3.2 billion pennies were manufactured in 2024.
So if they go out of circulation, perchance, does that mean that eventually they're going to be worth more than a penny? You know what I mean? Like, would the coin collectors be able to cash in on pennies someday down the road?
I mean, we'd have to wait a long time for us to get to the point where pennies are that rare. I mean, you think about this is pennies. Do you pick up a penny if you see it on the ground?
There's literally one in my kitchen right now on the floor, and I didn't pick it up this morning.
Did Danny, you collect pennies? Do you collect pennies? Why am I asking Danny that? Of course he does.
Yes and no. If it's on the ground and it's heads up, I pick it up. If it's tails down, it's bad luck, so you have to leave it there.
Oh, do you really?
Yeah.
Huh.
You didn't know that?
No, I know the
okay.
I just don't even bother.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, did you say heads up is good luck?
Heads up is good luck. Tails down.
The only time that
wear a frown, I don't know.
Time to go to Frown Town. The only time I've been bummed I didn't have like a penny on me is when we were by like a wishing well type of a pond, and Tatum was like, "Oh, I want to do that." And the thought crossed my mind of just putting my hand in that water, grabbing her a couple of pennies, and be like, "Here." These dreams probably didn't happen for that person. Maybe it'll be good for you.
I bet that water would feel nice.
I don't know about that, especially in this weather.
God.
No.
206-803-ROCK. We are checking in with the Rockaholics.
Somebody said, hey, going back to the conversation about the Post Malone Oreo cookies. Now, that is a very hot topic. Someone said, those Oreo cookies are amazing. We ate them on Sunday. Me and the daughter, we just love them. The best Oreo cookies ever. My wife, though, hates them. Thought they were gross.
Interesting.
See, when I got the bag, I didn't want to try them until I came on the air with you guys. And I agree with Post Malone. It's the best Oreo cookie ever. But my wife tried it last night, and that got me more hyped because this is a really good cookie.
So I can't believe that you resisted the urge.
Well, I wanted to add solidarity with you guys.
You're a good friend, Steve.
I wanted to experience my post Oreo cookie together with you two.
Thank you.
3 when Sarah's in the room.
206.
We don't count her, Steve.
Yeah, whatever about her.
206-803-ROCK. We are checking in with the Rockaholics, and Johnny from Lake Taps wants to talk about pennies.
Well, good morning, guys. How you doing today?
We're doing good, Johnny. What's up?
Oh, fantastic. Oh, you were talking about pennies, and I called you before my birthday last April, and it's about Vegas. So anyways, we got one of them big, huge water bottle deals full of change. We dumped it out, and I got 3 Crown Royal bags, half-gallon bags, full of pennies, just full. So my wife goes, well, I'll just take them to the Coinstar at the Safeway in Bonnie Lake, and I'll just put them in the Coinstar deal, we'll get our money. She went in there and went to lift them up on the counter and dropped them, and they exploded.
Oh, my God.
I would have turned around and just walked out the door. They're yours.
Yeah, I would have just cut my losses. I'm like, you know what? I don't know how much money that's going to be. I don't want to have to pick this up.
Some little old lady went over there and helped you pick them all up.
Oh, it's a good Samaritan.
Do you remember how much money there was in pennies?
It was like $65.
Yeah.
Wow. It was amazing. Yeah. So, all right, guys, have a great day.
Thanks, Johnny.
Somebody even said we cash in our change before road trips. We use the proceeds for road treats. 1 year paid for snacks and lunch.
Oh,
that's
right
fun.
on. We've got Daniel from Federal Way on to talk about pennies as well. What do you do with pennies when you see them?
Penny talk on the rock.
So whenever I see one that is tails up, I will flip it over heads up and leave it for the next person so that they have a lucky day.
Okay, you're a really good dude, Daniel.
Not all heroes wear capes, Daniel.
Thank you.
But is that guaranteeing it's going to be good luck? Because you're kind of like, is it like a butterfly effect? Or are you messing with something by doing that?
I mean, it's good karma, right? That counts for something.
Okay.
206-803-ROCK. Caitlin from Spanaway. Your husband loves what about you?
Okay, I love my husband, first and foremost. However, if I was single, my elbow would be left alone.
What?
Am I missing the context of what's going on here? So, like, what? Does your husband have a thing for your elbow?
He loves my elbow. He loves to squeeze the skin, and he says it's supple. He likes it so much, he put it in our wedding vows that he would touch my elbow every day.
And does he do that every day?
Unfortunately.
I feel like the elbow enthusiast and the knuckle nibbler are distant cousins.
When did
what?
Oh, when did you find out that he had a thing for your elbow? How soon did he let you know in the relationship?
Oh, I don't remember. It was before we got married. We've been married almost 9 years.
Is it just your elbow or is it other elbows?
It's just my elbow.
So there's no like celebrity crush elbow or something like Selma Hayek's elbow. It's not like any.
It's so bad.
She's got a hot elbow.
I get pseudo elbow touches. Like right now, I want to just cringe and shiver because I feel him touching my elbows and he's still asleep in bed.
Have you tried talking to him about this? Like, hey, can you stop touching my elbow so much?
I begged him to stop, but he says it was in my wedding vows. I have to do it.
That is the coolest, crazy thing.
Weird question, and maybe you don't ask these questions. I mean, I know everyone asks about past relationships. Did you ask him that this was like a thing with other girls, or is this like just you?
It's just me. I don't freaking know why.
I want to see a picture of this elbow, Caitlin. I'm very curious.
I thought once you saw one elbow, you've seen them all, but apparently not. No.
Danny, you found out that your daughter is going to be going to a Valentine's Day dance.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And so you ended up calling up and asking her about it, and you learned something kind of crazy about the way that she was asked.
Oh, God.
So we're going to check in with Danny and Lily at 9:50.
The Daily Migs Show.
Our boy Danny V, #GirlDad, found out that his daughter is going to a Valentine's dance. And of course, you got to get her on the phone to get these details, right?
Of course. Why would I not want her opinion on a Valentine's Day dance?
You must be so fired up about this.
Oh, yeah. I have no idea, Steve.
I kind of, I'm already starting to get nervous.
Lily.
What?
I heard you have a dance coming up.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
What kind of dance is it?
A Valentine's dance.
Do you have a date?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Okay, he's already like in like defense mode. She's like, how does Dad know? Deny first, but he probably knows, so crap.
Yeah, pretty much.
Tell me the story of how your crush asked you to go to Valentine's Day.
Okay, well, basically, he never talks to me in school, but he had his friend. He was like, Jaden wants to go to the dance with you, and I was like, oh, okay, I'll go. And then he couldn't end up going because his like friend was having like a birthday party or something, and then he had like a game at like 8 a.m. the next day. And then all of a sudden he goes like, so basically I actually can end up going to the dance because I don't have anything. This like whole paragraph. And then
so basically dating as an adult is no different than dating as a teen. It just sucks, huh?
It's the exact same.
So wait, the guy never even asked her out. He never talks to her at school, but then asked his friend to ask her and she would go out with him.
That's the biggest thing that I don't understand. She loves this dude, and she's like, not really loves, but she's having to say that.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's like, she likes this kid, and she's like, I'm like, when do you talk? And they're like, never. And I'm like, what? And she's like, yeah, our friends talk to each other for us. And I'm like, what is happening?
So they just have representatives.
Yeah.
This is like a celebrity couple.
Exactly.
Yeah. Just, I'll have my agent contact your agent, and we'll get this all dialed in.
I mean, in our day, it was you pass the note. Do you want to go to the Valentine's dance with me? Yes, no.
Oh, now you have your friend text the person.
Yes.
Yeah.
So things really haven't changed that much.
No.
Are the robots taking over on the dance floor? We're going to tell you during the Daily Migs download after Soundgarden.
The Daily Migs Show. Knowledge is power. So give us 5-ish minutes, and we'll give you, some interesting stuff you can talk about at work. This is the Daily Migs Download.
AKA the DMD.
Here's your daily dose of doings happening in the world.
Ryan Castle is here celebrating National Flannel Day a day late, but you still look great.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
You know, every day is National Flannel Day in my world, especially this time of year.
Yes.
In this building where it's 12 degrees.
You have winter gloves on right now.
Because it's freezing.
And a ski cap. Yes.
Because it's freezing.
Hey, the DMD is brought to you by Palace Law. You know, we keep hearing about the robots are taking all of our jobs. Well, apparently it's becoming more and more true, even on the dance floor. There's a robot, a humanoid robot named Phantom that just delivered a 30-minute DJ set. And it's going to freak you out because listen to this YouTube page, AI Revolution, explaining what this robot is all about.
Imagine a humanoid war machine making its first public appearance not on a battlefield, but in a San Francisco nightclub. That's exactly what went down with the Phantom MK1 robot.
This is like a plot from a movie. This is an actual robot that's made to fight people in the wars.
But it can also DJ.
But it also dances.
That's its day job. The Kitsap County Sheriff's Office is looking for the driver of a pickup truck and their passenger who were involved in a road rage incident on February 1st. I think this is when I saw a video of where the woman was driving on Central Valley Road reporting that this Dodge truck was following her before a passenger started shooting fireworks out of the car. The truck continued to pursue her until she pulled into a Fred Meyer parking lot, and then they're just looking for this driver now. Like,
Yeah. That is some serious America stuff right there. All the way down to the shooting fireworks.
Yeah. I'm not saying that's the right way to handle road rage, but if all of a sudden I'm driving around and I see like some bottle rockets flying out of a car, that's kind of like, what the hell is happening here? Hey, as far as weather, it's only going to get colder, Ryan.
Oh,
great. It's going to be 36 degrees today. It's going to be cloudy. The DMD is brought to you by Snoqualmie Casino, and that's what's up.
Ryan Castle is all bundled up and ready with your morning 12-pack next.
The Daily Migs Show.
Plug in a Hyundai EV and the extraordinary happens. From the charge time and range in the Ioniq 5 and 6 to the adventurous spirit of the Kona Electric to the 601 horsepower Ioniq 5N. Hyundai EVs make the extraordinary electrifying. There's joy in every journey.
EPA estimated 303-mile driving range for 2024 Ioniq 5 SE SEL Limited rear-wheel drive and 361-mile driving range for 2024 Ioniq 6 SE long-range rear-wheel drive with fully charged battery. Actual range may vary. Visit HyundaiUSA.com or call 562-314-4603 for more details.
So I used Gemini for the first time the other day, and the most impressive thing to me was just talking to it. You go live with it, and then it's just like you're having a conversation. You can just talk about your day or have it explain something to you or start brainstorming ideas. Let me give you an example. I pretended I have a job interview coming up and asked it to help me prep for the interview. It immediately started suggesting common questions I might get asked. Then I started talking through my answers out loud, and it would give me feedback. And it's all happening in real time, like I'm talking to a career coach or something. That's just what I tried first, but you can talk to it about anything. And I honestly think that's the magic of it, how you can just have this back and forth, and it's all seamless. If you haven't tried it yet, it's definitely worth checking out. You'll see what I mean.
Low-carb keto yo-yo diets, GLP-1 injections, but you're never going to lose weight if your liver is clogged with fat. So what can you do? It's simple. Almaced. Almaced is a natural superfood protein shake that uses natural amino acids and bioactive peptides to help unclog your liver and optimize your metabolism so it's easier to lose weight. And it's been scientifically proven to preserve muscle mass. Join millions who have transformed their lives with Almaced. Find out more and see the university studies at almaced.com. That's ALMASED.com.
Working as a dedicated Fidelity advisor, I always ask, what's important to you? I'll look at those priorities and goals alongside your full financial picture to build a comprehensive plan designed to help grow and protect your wealth. With proactive portfolio insights and an eye on taxes, I'm here to help you make the most of your money. I'm Laura Maxwell, and I'm a dedicated Fidelity advisor. Learn more at fidelity.com/wealth. Investment minimums apply. Fidelity Brokerage Services, LLC, member NYSE, SIPC.
Is your team at work feeling a little disconnected? Maybe the workflow's not flowing? Try Confluence by Atlassian. Confluence is the connected workspace where teams can create, organize, and deliver work like never before. In Confluence, teams can whiteboard their vision for any project, easily create or access the relevant pages and resources they need, and discover important context they might not even know they need. Plus, AI helps teams jumpstart brainstorms, organize information, and connect workflows, so teams can move efficiently and create alignment with ease. In fact, with Confluence, teams can see 5.2% average boost in productivity in 1 year. So if your team lacks confidence, try Confluence, the connected workspace where teams can do it all. Set knowledge free with Confluence. Learn more at Atlassian.com/confluence. That's ATLASSIAN.com/CONFLUENCE.